Scientists' terrifying new discovery under the Sahara Desert changes everything. Hello and welcome back to Bite Me. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Why has the Sahara Desert found a lot of traction lately? Well, we will find that out in this video, as in this video, we'll be talking about the discovery made in the Sahara Desert that seems to have changed everything. Let's begin. The abrupt end of humidity. The Sahara was once a humid tropical area, and recent findings have shown why and how it became parched. The Sahara has been prone to periodic periods of dampness as well as aridity for thousands of years. Small hiccups in the inclinations of the Earth's orbital axis produce these oscillations, which modify the angle at which radiations from the sun reaches the atmosphere. During the West African monsoon season, more solar energy has poured in at regular periods throughout Earth's history. During the so-called African humid periods, substantially more rain falls across North Africa. Additional rain brings more flora, rivers, as well as lakes to the region. But then something weird happened between 8,000 and 4,500 years ago. The switch from humid to dry happened much more quickly in some areas that could be explained only by the orbital precessional, culminating in the modern-day Sahara Desert. Archaeologist David Wright explains to us what occurs next in his study, while he looked over archaeological as well as environmental data derived primarily from sediment cores as well as pollen records, all of which were dated to the same period. He found what happened to be a pattern where the appearance of pastoralis was accompanied by a change in the sorts and diversity of flora in the archaeological record. It was as thought every time humans and their goats as well as other animals hopped across the plains, everything they left behind was shrub and perhaps desert. This led Wright to conclude that they were limiting the amount of moistures in the air by overgrazing the grass. Plants emit moistures, which results in clouds and increased albedo. According to him, this could have precipitated the terminations of the humid time more suddenly than orbital shifts could explain. A rock older than Earth was found in the Sahara Desert. In the year 2021, another finding was found that was equally as frightening. In the harsh Sahara Desert, scientists unearthed a chunk of meteoric rock that seems to be certainly older than the Earth itself. The meteorite is a unique fragment of an embryonic planet that persisted earlier than our world was formed. According to geologists, the meteorite, identified as Earth-Chech-002 or EC002, was formed under the crust of something like an old protoplanet, which would basically be a basic foundations for planets. As per them, this is really the earliest lava documented to have crashed to Earth. It also provides insight into how planets evolved in the initial periods of the solar system. The rock was spotted in the Algerian dune sea of Earth-Chech, which is also where it earned its title. It is made up of many meteorites that weigh roughly 70 pounds when combined. Researchers then were able to identify where this fragment of crust that dissolved as lava crystallized into a solid form upon trying to get their hands on the material. Per the study, magnesium as well as aluminum isotopes aged the rock back to 4.566 billion years ago, making it the world's oldest fragment of igneous rock yet discovered. To give some context, EC002 is about 1.24 million years younger than that of the latest known oldest igneous meteorite, NWA11119. But the Earth, on the other hand, did not appear until many million years after such rocks had formed. The said meteorite is composed of 58% silicon dioxide, indicating that it would be an old parent body with something like andesite rock crust, as well as opposed to basalt rock, which is predominantly observed in volcanic locations around the world. They show that all these crusts were widespread in asteroids as well as protoplanets at the time of the initial periods of the solar system and are now exceptionally rare. Jean-Alex Barrat, who is a geochemistry professor at the University of Western Brittany in France, supervised the research. EC002 is clearly distinct from all other asteroid clusters. Also, no subject with that particular spectral characteristic, which was similar to EC002, has been recognized to date. She wrote in a study that was published in the Proceeding of the Natural Academy of Sciences, adding that the remnants of primordial crust aren't just unusual in the meteorite record, but they are also rare in the present world in the asteroid belt. The researchers tend to believe that EZ-002 was thrown out of its parent institutions years after the protoplanet's crust hardened and solidified, revealing data about planets growing cores at a time when our planet did not even exist. So, this is all about the discoveries that were made in the Sahara Desert that seem to have changed a lot of things. Comment on what you think about these discoveries.